Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to book rank every single book I read because of BookTok. I'm just going to tell you if, in my opinion, BookTok recommendations can be trusted, what I thought of certain hype books, and we're just going to do it in a fun way. My top category is living rent-free in my head. Pretty self-explanatory. I think about it day and night. I absolutely loved it. 5 stars. The next one is Love. It's not necessarily haunting me in the same way, but you know, I absolutely loved it. I still fucking love you, babe. It's just in a, you weren't that good, but I still loved you. You know, you were a solid book and you're kind of like that toxic ex that I go back to. After that, I have Moments I'll Never Get Back. I wasted them on reading this book. And then after that, it's Killing the Trees for No Reason.
Which basically just means
the book wasn't worth the paper that it was printed on. So I am going to start with a big one, The Cruel Prince. The first book of this series is going to have to go, and I still fucking love you, babe. It was a solid book. It made me read the entire series, but I was just like, okay. And then I read Queen of Nothing and my whole mind was blown, and I'm going to put it in Love. And the final book of the series, The Wicked King, is gonna go in I Still Fucking Love You, Babe as well. Let's attack Toho Books, Colleen Hoover. My first book by her, I think, was It Ends With Us, but I'm gonna put in Moments I'll Never Get Back. I am so sorry. I know this book is very loved. You know what? I'm gonna put it in I Still Fucking Love You, Babe. I liked it. It wasn't for me. Ugly Love is going in Moments I'll Never Get Back. Like, I just did not like that book at all. And it's weird because it's a lot of people's favorite, especially if you're like younger. But for me, the romance was just toxic in a way that I could not root for them. I just couldn't. And I did not like the male interest at all. Finally, Verity, I'm gonna go in Living Rent-Free in my head. Honestly, I want to put it in Love, but it's actually living rent-free in my head. Like, I actually am thinking about this book every single day because it fucking traumatized me. Let's continue with fantasy, with The Shadows Between Us. I still fucking love you, babe. The main girl character gave very pick-me vibes, and the entire story did not make a lot of sense. It was a solid 3 stars. Then The Six of Crows duology, the first book, I'll put it in I Still Fucking Love You, babe. And Crooked Kingdom is going in Living Rent-Free in my head. I'm just going to tell you, if you're reading that duology, just hold on. It just gets better. From Blood and Ash, I read this book 100% because of BookTok, and I was so let down. Killing the Trees for No Reason. And the last fantasy book I read because of BookTok is Dance of Thieves, and it's living rent-free in my head. So thank you, BookTok, for that, because it's one of my favorite books of all time. And you're actually standing on one of them because I don't have a tripod. Now, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, this kind of mystery YA vibe, it just wasn't flabbergasting for me, but it's still going and I Still Fucking Love You, babe. The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, I'm going to put it in Love because the reading experience of that book was amazing and I really did not expect the ending. My choice for The Song of Achilles, it's going to I Still Fucking Love You, babe. The writing was great. I loved the romance. I just didn't feel particularly connected to the story itself and to the characters as well. Taylor Jenkins Reid, I'm obsessed with her. Malibu Rising is going in Living Rent-Free in my head. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, it's going in Living Rent-Free in my head as well. Daisy Jones and the Six is going in Love. We Were Liars was one of the first BookTok books I read, and it's going in, I don't know if I want to put it in Love or in I Still Fucking Love You, babe. It's going in I Still Fucking Love You, babe. I actually did not mind the writing style at all. I felt like it made sense for her story. I don't think about it enough to put it in Love, and so it's going in there. 1,000 Boys Kisses is going in Love immediately. I cried at every single chapter. I just wish I read it in middle school. I always say that, like maybe 8th grade, just before I was entering high school. Punk 57 is going in Moments I'll Never Get Back. But it's like in the middle of Moments I'll Never Get Back and I Still Fucking Love You, babe. And I don't want to go into further explanations. It's just going there. Just trust me on that. People We Meet on Vacation is going in Love. I usually read romance books and forget about the characters and the plot, but I have not forgotten about Alex and Poppy. And I knew once I finished the book that I wasn't gonna forget them until a very, very long time. They really touched my heart. Beach Read is going in Moments I'll Never Get Back. I will not explain further. The Unhoneymooners is also going in Moments I'll Never Get Back. I read this book during the summer as I was just living my best life, and it was a perfect funny romance for that time in my life. But looking back, I honestly hated the characters. And like, just their love story was just annoying overall. The Love Hypothesis is going. I Still Fucking Love You, Babe. It was a great book. Romance books are just not my genre of choice, so it's just never going to be living rent-free in my head. And then finally, The Hating Game, which was one of the first book talk books I've read as well, is going in I Still Fucking Love You, Babe. I feel like I need to reread it and maybe it'll change in my ranking. It was just very forgettable in my opinion. It was hyped so much. I had high expectations, which always let you down. So that's where it deserves itself a place. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a quick, fun one. I think the overall consensus is that we can trust book talk. I feel like you're never going to like every single book you are recommended. Just having the expectation that it's going to be really good can sometimes ruin the experience for yourself. But most of the books are in I Still Fucking Love You, Babe. And to me, that's a solid book. That's where most books are and up. I would say that book talk can be trusted to an extent. And you just have to find your niche, you know? And people who have the same taste as you. Anyways, we'll talk soon. Bye!